what are we going to talk about today? Huh? Is it bats? Hi, welcome to Zoology with Evan Cooper. I'm Evan Cooper.
I'm nervous.
Hi, nervous. I'm Dad.
I'm Madeline.
A little louder.
I'm Madeline!
Come on. So today, I have my lovely friend Madeline here with me, and we are going to be talking about, drumroll please,
Pigeons.
bats!
That was so good.
So we are going to be talking about bats today. Some of my favorite mammals. They're really interesting critters. Bats are the only mammal that can fly, obviously. Bats, they fly differently than birds. So birds, when they fly, they use their entire arm. They do a full arm motion. Do that with me. Do that with me. Are you an injured bird? One wing.
My arms are just,
Yes.
I'm just sweating.
Bats fly differently. Instead of bats using their entire arms, what happens is their wings are basically modified fingers and forelimbs. So their fingers are incredibly long and they stretch out like that. And they have a very thin membrane of skin that goes from all the way from their long pinky down into their waist. And so when a bird is flapping like this, all a bat really has to do is like jazz hands. They just flutter their fingers over and over again, and that's actually a really, really energy efficient way to do it. How many insects do you think that a insect-eating bat can eat in an hour? How many do you think?
Yeah, I'll stay with 7.
In an hour?
A multiple of 7, of course.
That's
Ballpark 1,400.
on average about 600 per hour.
I was close.
You were close. I mean, some estimates will go that high depending on the bat, but as in an average among all of the bats that eat insects,
Wait, I'm sorry, where did you say they catch it with their tongue?
their mouth, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't grab it and then eat it. They, in flight, since they're so agile, will literally just like catch it.
How do you see it?
Very good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So, bats use what's called echolocation. Have you ever heard of this term?
Yes.
In what? So what happens is they basically will make a click or a beep sound, and that gets pulsed out in all directions. And you see their gigantic ears here? Those are so large in order to catch those vibrations on their way back. So based on the time that certain vibrations come back into those ears, if something is closer to them, those vibrations will hit it and come back much quicker, and they'll know that something is much closer to them. And this sense is so well attuned to them that they can find mosquitoes in the middle of the air flying at full speed in the middle of the night. And something that's different with echolocation in bats is that with dolphins, when they are echolocating, it'll go out and then come back and they receive it actually through their lower jaw. But with bats, they actually capture it with their ear directly. So, pretty interesting. So good, I'm glad you brought that up. I'd like to talk to you about something that's actually a big problem for bats right now, especially in North America. It's called white nose syndrome. It's basically a fungal pathogen that has infected a lot of different cave populations of bats in the Northeast especially, and it is causing massive population declines. In some caves, there's been total collapse of colonies, and in others, up to 90% collapse. It's incredibly infectious, and in affected areas, there's actually been a moratorium on caving activities to try and stem this, because bats are incredibly important to the ecosystem. They eat so many insects per night. If you have bats in your yard at night, that's a good thing because it means it's less mosquitoes. But beyond that, if they're eating nectar or different fruits and things, they are often becoming pollinators just like bees are, kind of unwittingly. Are you ready to meet an animal, Madeline?
Usually, yes, but not right now.
So something I like to do is I like to bring my friends closer to nature. And I know Madeline loves nature, and so I'm going to introduce her to a very special animal. You will be blindfolded and interacting with this animal. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You're going to love it.
I just did my nails.
You're going to love it.
Tell me if it's a baby.
I'm not going to tell you anything about it. It's going to be fine. You're going to love it.
I'm just going to go take an anxiety pill, and I'm not even kidding about
And she's
that.
going to...
Okay, I'm an
Madeline?
No, I'm not.
What do you think it is?
A pigeon. I know
think it's a pigeon?
I know it's a pigeon.
Any other guesses?
Guinea pig?
Yes.
Regular around my eyes. No?
Madeline, it's...
No, I really was scared.
Madeline, please, just remain calm. Our friend is here on the table. Okay, ready?
No, I'm not ready, Evan. Oh, can you feel how funny my hand is?
It's
Okay,
damp.
Okay.
It's okay.
Hang on, wait. Okay.
You'll find out.
Wait, hang on, I have to wipe my
Madeline!
Let me just wipe. It's a lizard.
Okay, Madeline.
It had a spike.
Madeline.
Mom, wait, what is it?
That's it. You're touching his face.
Oh, Evan, what was that? I didn't see it, I swear.
Madeline, take the mask off.
Evan. literally sweating. Evan, I am mad. I am mad about that. Oh my god.
You okay?
What do you mean a flood?
Thanks so much for watching. This has been Zoology with Evan Cooper with my guest, Madeline Seyfried.
Comment below how much you think I got paid for this.